Greetings, Internet! I am Ken from the Computer Clan here today to talk about one of my most favorite recent films, and it's from Disney and Pixar. The movie is Inside Out, and I wanted to discuss a little bit of a hidden metaphor. I'm not claiming to be some major scientist with an amazing discovery. I just think this is one of the more overlooked components of the film in terms of the metaphors that the film displays through personifying emotions as these characters. So let's take a look at the stages of grief and how they relate to the characters. So the stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I was thinking when I was looking at this, there's these 5 stages of grief, and there's also 5 emotions in the film. Well, obviously, as humans, we have more than just 5 emotions, and you can assume that they can mix and match them and make different combinations of emotions, sure, but why were those 5 in particular picked? And I'm sure Pixar has their motives, but this could be one of the hidden motives as to why those 5 were chosen specifically. Let's take a look. So we have the 5 characters right here. Denial can relate to fear. Anger can relate to, anger. And bargaining can relate to disgust. Depression can be linked to sadness. And acceptance can relate to joy. 5 characters related to 5 emotions that can connect to 5 stages of grief. Let's take a look a little deeper. We'll start with fear being related to denial. So at the root of denial is fear. The reason why people deny things is because they're afraid of admitting the truth. Whether your business is going under, or someone is sick, or someone you love is moving away, you fear admitting the truth because it's bad news to you. And then you go into denial, the first stage of grief. Then after that, we move into anger, which is probably the easiest one to explain in this case because the name of the stage of grief is actually the exact same name as the character. So this connection is pretty obvious. I think you can see where I'm going with that. Then after anger, we get into bargaining. And the reason why people bargain is because they're dissatisfied or disgusted at a situation or offer. They want something different. They want things to go their way. They will bargain until they get what they want. And this is seen all throughout life. Little kids, but it goes up to us being adults. We will bargain to get things to go our way. After bargaining comes the depression stage. It's kind of obvious how that connects, I think, because if you watch the movie, you see the sadness characters rather depressed a lot. And sadness is a key ingredient in depression, so the relationship between depression and sadness at this part, stage 4, is pretty simple to understand. I think that's a fair thing we could all say. Then after someone overcomes depression, they enter the last stage of grief, which is acceptance, which can relate to joy perfectly, the happiest character in the movie. I would be very happy getting over my stages of grief. That'd be perfect. So acceptance can relate to joy perfectly. 5 stages, 5 characters with a very strong connection. There's these 5 emotions, but why were these 5 emotions picked? There's more than 5 emotions that exist. I think we could name a bajillion. But my theory is there was some more deep thinking going on inside Pixar. Maybe some motive I don't even know. But my theory is that they can also relate to the 5 stages of grief. And if there were a scene where Riley had to go through the 5 stages of grief, which in a way does happen in the film, I won't go any further than that, to an extent that does happen, each emotion would take control at a certain time throughout the stages. So that is my little theory on how this all works out. I thought the film was amazing. I actually saw it twice in the theater. I liked it that much. And I'm the kind of guy that really likes to analyze a good movie. If a movie makes you come back to want to look at it again, or it leaves you thinking, then that's a good movie. Let me know what you think about this theory. Let me know what you think about the movie. And feel free to ask any questions you'd like. I'd like to clarify them. Again, I'm no trained psychologist. I'm just a film guy that loves analyzing these things. And I thought I would share my thoughts with you. So thanks for tuning into this, and I will see you in the not too distant future. Hey, do you want to see our new comedy series? If you do, you can watch episode 2 right here. Perhaps you want to see our Anime Central cosplay music video. If so, you can click right here.